Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, you're doing well. We've got a lot of teams fighting to find that last spot, the wild card. There's many teams that are out. They're done. Now they're just playing for the chance to have a job next year. And people forget that there's all kinds of craziness going on. We have right here, if you look, week 15. And week 15 is pretty interesting. We can also play music in the background. We have that ability. Now, I see it right here, and I have my own tunes. And Glimmer and Shine. Okay, why don't we play that?
Late night city lights start to glow. Saw you in a moment we both know. Oh, oh. Heartbeat racing, can't slow down. We're caught in this electric sound. This love sparked in shadows born. Falling under the spell of this dance we're sworn. Girl, girl, let me keep loving you right. Bright like the stars in the night. Lost in the rhythm that we find. This love's the neon-like kind. Dancing close, every move's aligned. Your smile's a secret in the night sky. Whispered dreams just touching skin. Feel the fire as the night begins. This pulse speaks to our heart's desire. Closer now in this embrace we
The
never
Bell
tire.
Kings every Sunday at 10:30
Let me keep
with
loving
Tony
you
D,
right.
Fireman Rich, and yours truly, Michael
Stars in the night.
Bathers. Shout MGB.
Lost in the
Occasionally we
rhythm
have
that we find. This
Ted,
love's
Ted Hicks,
like kind.
and Brian, one of the originators.
Underneath the glimmer and shine.
Under the glamour and shine, we're here this morning.
On starlit line. This connection can't be defined.
We are also this
Moving
morning
in twilight till we
going
collide.
to be looking at
Let
notifications.
me keep loving you right. Your love is out of sight. Sweet love and delight. Please see me in your dreams tonight.
All right, we're back. How's everybody doing? Bell Kings, Sunday mornings. Tony D and the crew doing what they do. Tony's been doing this for quite a while with Fireman Rich. It's been a good journey for them. I think it's 3 years they've been doing this. We have currently 3 people on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. How are you? How you doing? Say hello out there if you're out there. We'd appreciate you saying hello. We're also going to be on TikTok today. Not many minutes away. I'm going to try to link it up and get things going there. But just very grateful for this year, what we've built with all the music. And Bell Kings is doing fairly well. We had some growth this year, which is good. The football has been frustrating, as people know. We all thought the 49ers were going to do okay. I had a feeling that it was going to be bad, but not like this. Not to this degree. I really did not see the falling out that has happened. And it has been extreme, the falling out for the 49ers, as well as Miami. Miami is just starting to get their footing. Is it too little too late? The Jets remind me so much this year of the Bengals. And the Bengals, they don't know how to close. That's that's the difference between good teams and bad teams. They know how to close. They just don't. Yeah. I thought last year, and people thought I was mean. I was like Clear House with Cowboys. If you can't do it that many years in a row, like, it depends on what you're trying to do, right? If you're trying to sell merch, sure, keep the guys you got. I totally get it. If you're solely in it for the money, but if you're in it for championships, you need to rebuild. Some of the teams that need to rebuild, oh man, that's really a cool question. I would say number one, Buffalo still needs to rebuild. I don't think they have enough pieces this year to do it. They need a few pieces. They'll do well. Josh is great. They've got some key pieces. Shakir's good. They got good pieces. They don't have stellar pieces. They just don't. And that's what you need to win the whole thing. You also need, the best coach with experience. Andy Reid's hard to beat. He really is. He's very, very hard to beat. Who else? Miami needs to do a rebuild. For sure. Patriots, of course. Who else? The Raiders. Yes. Rams are fine. Rams just need 2 pieces. That's it. 2 pieces max. And they're top tier. But that's a lot of teams right now. A lot of teams are that way. Amazing love is in the air. And it's awakening. Good morning all around the world.
Eyes open wide, we see the dawn. A new day rising, world is drawn. To peace we search and joy to find. Awakening love for humankind. Heartbeats sink in this grand quest. Smiles exchanged, we're doing our best to weave a world where kindness grows. In every face, it surely shows. Raise your hands and feel the light. Together we can reach new heights. Harmony within our grasp. Awakening love is our task. No more shadows in the way. With open hearts we're led astray. From paths of hate to fields of green, where dreams of peace can be seen. We sing a song of unity, in every voice a symphony, breaking chains that held us bound. Now in joy we are found. Raise your hands and feel the light. Together we can reach new heights. Harmony within our grasp. Awakening love is our task. Yes, you are loved by countless angels. Keep knowing your value. Open your mind to this powerful shift. Raise your hands and give praise to the one. Stop. And goodbye.
like that one. Has some strange stuff at the end, but it's cool.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello. Goodbye. Wherever you are, all over the world, thank you for being here. We appreciate you and all that you do. Oh, this is new. Look at that. That is so freaking cool. Oh my God. So they changed the dashboard a little bit with Restream, and I love it. You have access to the cameras and the microphones, which is probably an issue for a lot of people. Because if you have multiple people speaking, that's a really cool feature. Echoes of the Night. Let's do that. I love jazz. The truth is, no matter what your current circumstances, if you can imagine something better for yourself, you can create it. I would agree with that. Do the best you can each and every day to create the miracles that you need, and focus on the things you want, not the things you don't need. Many of us have lost our way. Richard Roberts, good morning, Michael. Bell Kings, rules. Yes, indeed. I would agree. Richard, if you're still there, we'd love for you to come up for a few minutes. Are you open? Let me see. I'm gonna send him an invite, and we can talk about the games this week, and we'll see what he thinks. That'd be very cool. And they rocks and they rules. That's funny. All right, let's go to... All right, we're back with Rich Roberts in the comments. There he is. Good morning, Michael. Bell Kings, rocks and rules. I would agree. I'm just looking at all the games here you've got for me. I'm going to see if I can send you an invite. Been a while since I've done it. Here we go. I'm constantly inviting people on TikTok. You don't stop. That would be fun. We'll get the Rich on. We'll get him on someday. That's the goal. We'll get him on TikTok with all the loonies. The Looney Toonies. More people watch this after, though, the replay. And they watch it for a while, which is weird. You don't get that with TikTok. People watch football videos a year later. It always blows me away. I'm like, okay, why not? I could understand the music part, maybe. So, Rich, I sent you the invite inside of X. And I'm just looking here. So, the Rams in San Francisco. I believe I picked San Francisco. I'm looking at Kansas City and Cleveland. I picked Kansas City. Cincinnati and Tennessee, that one's going to be close. That is going to be close. I would go with Cincinnati. They won last week, which is great. Washington against New Orleans. That will be depending on many factors. It really will. How healthy certain players will be, right? So we'll see. If Carr shows up, then it's a different boat. There's potential for, New Orleans. The Saints looked phenomenal at the beginning of the year. I don't know what went wrong. They kind of went sideways. Very sad. Very sad. But Rich is on every day. I'm hoping I can get him up. But I've sent him the invite, and hopefully he'll show up and we can do some stuff together today. That would be great. I have Soulful Unity Groove. Enjoy. Good morning.
In the heart of the city, where the neon lights gleam, there's a shouting community with a broken dream. Lonely hearts wander, lost in the night, searching for compassion, seeking the light. Come together, let's feel the groove, awaken the spirit, let compassion soothe. Shout with me now, feel the unity.
I shut the music off for a reason. We're not going to make him wait. I could have just made him wait there, but I wouldn't do that. That's not who I am. Then I could be an ass and turn it back on. No, I wouldn't do that.
No. That was jamming to that tune. That was a good tune.
How you doing, buddy?
Very good, sir. How you doing? Good
Good
morning.
to see you. Well, we can play the tune later. We can.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was a good tune. I get it. Which one's that? Yeah, you do it. I tell you, the music's sounding better and better and stuff.
It
like
is.
that.
It's not me. It's not me though. It's the generations are getting
Yeah,
better. The
yeah.
vocals are getting better. The endings used to be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And they're great now. The vocals used to be muffled. They're not muffled anymore.
Right.
It's scary. If you're a musician, this is kind of scary unless you're using it to benefit yourself. So a lot of guys, when they gig now, they have backgrounds they made on this.
Right.
They make instrumentals and sing over it, and it saves them money. So they're using it to their
I know
benefit.
Randy Travis is utilizing this as far as he's got a whole catalog where he has an individual that sounds somewhat like him, and
Yeah.
he puts there's a little bit of his voice in the music and stuff like that.
Oh my God, that is the coolest shot. Look at your cat.
Oh yeah, that's Dora. She's looking out the window there.
No, but it almost looks like a statue. It's so cool.
Yeah, she likes looking out the window and stuff like that. So
All right, so do you want to write down my picks here? We can go through.
let me bring up the yeah.
I have it right here.
Yeah.
And-
Okay. Yeah. Let me bring it up because I just finished my broadcast, so I was getting ready. We're gonna go out for a walk, but it's raining down here. It's probably raining up there your way in Toronto,
Yeah.
as far as that goes. Let me bring up the listing here so I can plug you right into. I was just updating my outline for
Yeah.
because I'm going to be broadcasting tonight for the Let's Talk Football. Let's see.
Yay. Oh, so what time is that on tonight?
At 7:00. It's only on for 45 minutes. I just go over last week's scores and this week. I'm a little disappointed, but then again, they put up a valiant fight against Los Angeles. And I think you were saying during Tony's broadcast when we were on there Sunday that Rams were gonna probably beat the Buffalo Bills. And I watched the game. Oh my God, it was a great game, even though they lost.
I was worried. I was worried that if Puka Nakua was on fire, we'd be in trouble. And Puka Nakua is
Yeah. Yeah. And
I don't think he's ever played a game so good. And you know what's funny about him?
what's that?
People can't figure out why he's so good. So the receivers say he's not fast. He is kind of elusive. They say he's surprisingly strong for
Right.
size. He's really difficult to defend, and he's got great hands.
Well, he's elusive. Like, what's the guy there on San Francisco? He's like that. And you got Metcalf up in Seattle, and you got Kelsey Travis. Even though Travis isn't a wide receiver, he is still
Yeah.
elusive and stuff like that. So, okay, I got a listing up here, and the thing is, the big game, and I'll just go ahead and throw it out there now that I'm going to be keying in on is that the Buffalo Bills in Detroit. That's going to be the Bills are in a situation they lost. It would have been nice they won, but they came back and they showed their mustard. Josh Allen, 6 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 passing. You tell me he's not first place for MVP right now.
He should be.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's all about votes. It's a popularity game.
Yes.
Now, if they only did the voting in Buffalo, then we'd be okay.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
What drove me crazy, I looked at the rookie standings, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, and there's people there that haven't really played.
Yeah, true.
In the standing, and I'm going, you barely played.
Yeah.
How in the hell are you on
What is
this?
it? Caitlin Clark from the WNBA. She has more playing time than some of the NFL rookies.
Right. So the other thing I noticed this year too, which is, and we kind of predicted it, all of us at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's very, like 4 teams.
Right.
4 teams are elite, and the rest are 500.
Right.
Right? Barely 500 or below.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So every team, though, has the ability on any week to beat somebody.
Right.
If they step up or someone's hurt. And you can't get flukier than KC.
Exactly.
Like, who does it?
They've had a couple lucky games and stuff, so somebody's watching them. Maybe it's a Taylor Swift experience there because it just like things have really have gelled with that team as far as that. But
you saw the kick though, right? Where it bonked in. Right?
Oh yeah. They you could
do that a million times.
Mahomes' face is like, we lost this game, but they ended up getting that field goal or blocking the field goal.
No. This week it bonked in instead of bonked out.
Okay, the one that made the Kansas City. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've had both. They've had both. As far as
well, they blocked one.
Yeah,
that was a few weeks ago, but they're not winning by more than one score.
That, this past game for Buffalo with LA, the one key play that they messed up on, they had a block punt,
right,
and it ran it in for 6 points, and that was the game right there. As far as because I was surprised that Los Angeles playing the way they did. It's like if they could play that every single game consistently, they'll be in the Super Bowl. They
could win, but the problem is with them, is they always are injured.
Yes.
Right now they have dual threats, right? And they have a few other players that are half decent. They have a good running game. Okay, so let's talk about Buffalo because we love Buffalo. I'm going to go through some of the key players here. So, of course, we got Josh Allen. We like him. I'm shocked at how good James Cook has been this year.
Yes.
The running back, phenomenal. Ray Davis is the rookie running back.
Right.
And he has been phenomenal.
Yep.
Did you know as a child that he was homeless for the longest time and was
there's a story. Wow.
He was in and out of foster care, and when he was 16,
where did he grow up at?
I have no idea. I think California.
California. Okay.
I think California. He was one of something like 13 or 14 children.
Wow.
He had to look after his siblings for the longest time, and then they kind of booted him out.
Wow.
So when he was 16 years old, one of the player's moms gave him a ride home and realized he didn't have a home and took him in.
Oh, wow. That's a story.
That changed his life, and that to him now is his mom. And then we've got Ty Johnson, who's really not been doing much. Okay, so Amari Cooper has been okay.
He's contributing. He's filling a thing there, and when he steps up and when I think he's still feeling it, but from the first game he's contributing. Because that first game he was in, if he didn't do what he did, they would have lost that game.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, we're huge Buffalo fans.
Yeah.
But I'm also a realist.
Yeah, more than me, right, Michael?
Right. Yeah. Keon Coleman.
He's great. I like him.
But he's been hurt.
Yes,
so
true.
They're saying that he might be back. Shakir, who is probably one of the best receivers in the league, nobody knows him.
Right.
If you're outside Buffalo or this room, you don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is, yeah.
Right. Curtis Samuel is so no name. He probably could walk by both you and I. We wouldn't know who he is.
I wouldn't know him, no.
We wouldn't know him. But I would definitely know Keon Coleman. I would know Amari Cooper, and I would know Shakir for sure. So here's where they're really strong, and people don't talk about it. Dalton Kincaid, who has been kind of flat. He's on his second year. They expected more from him. And yet, Dawson Knox, who has been an old guy, he's like us. He's older. He's not as old as us, but he's old as football goes.
Football standards, yeah.
He has stepped up more this year than Dalton. So if they can get all the pieces to gel and they can get a running game between, they should have enough to make it to the Super Bowl.
What worries me about Buffalo is their defense on the pass. That's
Wait a second. I'm gonna faint here. Are you being realistic for a moment?
Well, after watching, it's pretty obvious.
Did lightning hit you in the backyard?
No, they're a strong team, and they're consistent to a certain point, but they do have their Achilles heel, and I think it was, and Josh Allen, he did everything he could possibly do, plus more to win that game. But
I don't think the defense is as bad as you think. And
I'm not saying it's bad, but they need to tighten it up because they just got raked on. Especially, I was just surprised how quickly Los Angeles got down into the red zone.
Do you know how? Okay, but here's the thing: people underestimate how good their quarterback is. He is. Other quarterbacks love him. Other quarterbacks try to mimic him.
Yeah.
Like Stafford's good. Like Matthew is no chump. He's not very fast. He's probably the best quarterback in the league for throwing.
Yeah.
He probably is. Josh can rip your hands off.
He's
so strong, right?
He's a monster, and it's just he reminds me of a Ben Roethlisberger or who's the Dolphins quarterback there years back?
Yeah, Marino.
He reminds me of Marino.
Dan
Marino. They're just the two individuals that were just like I see him, Josh Allen. Those two individuals come to mind as far as, but I just couldn't believe that. So the big game. They have it locked, but they don't want to lose. So even though they lost, it was still a good game. I think they could still walk away with just Los Angeles played out their ass that game. This next game against Detroit, that's going to be a real test.
Okay, maybe this will help you.
Yeah,
get your head around this.
Okay.
Imagine we had Puka. Imagine we had Cooper on Buffalo. The score would have been 60.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: we don't have that grade of receiver. He has two world class.
Pretty close to that caliber, though. I would say.
I don't think so, buddy.
It goes from game to game, though. There's some games where they're playing out their asses and stuff.
Here's the thing: you shouldn't have to expect your quarterback to do as much as Josh.
Agree. I'm agreeing with you totally.
And this is what happened last year with the Ravens. And the Ravens this year, defensively, are horrible. They're horrible.
Yes, yeah.
Honestly, they're not good defense. They used to be scary.
Yeah, I know. They were like the bullies on the neighborhood.
They were terrible, but all their key players went elsewhere.
Yeah,
on defense. Okay, so don't invite me tonight because you'll be on for 7. It'll be a 7-hour broadcast.
No, it'll just be about
7 hours of power.
I have my regular format like I do on the morning broadcast and stuff like that, and but it's a good opportunity for me to come on because, like I said, it's raining here, and I can get your picks because I had Captain Rehab. But Captain Rehab, get this, this Captain Rehab account on Twitch, I guess it timed out and he got locked out of it, so he's under another name or something like that. So.
No, you know what? It's not a timeout thing. He's an ass. He gets banned. It's got no timeout thing.
That's I'm trying to be nice here to Captain. I know what happened, Michael.
That's like Coachy Poo. Coachy Poo goes, I don't know why. I get banned all the time. It and on TikTok, which I need to get you on. Some they got to legalize it or figure it out or
Well,
move
we'll,
to
we'll
this.
see what happens and stuff.
All they want,
I'll
they
pop in on
want.
the chat once in a while.
I
So
don't know why they won't move to the States. Just
yeah.
have a brand. That's all they want. The States wants a piece of it. They want to monitor it. So have.
Well, with that, even though the servers now, from my understanding, they're here in the United States, but
Mhm.
it's just the access that the Chinese government has, and the thing of it is, China, you being in Canada, I don't think you realize China is a very strong adversary, more so than Russia right now with the United
Mhm.
States, because I don't in the news yesterday. We have this one article, one news article before we get to the picks, real quick.
Yeah, of course.
You heard
Yeah.
about the drones down in New Jersey.
No, it didn't. Tell me about it.
There's drones that are flying all over for the last couple of weeks now. These drones are about the size of a car. They're flying 50, 70 miles an hour, about 300 feet off the ground, and it's mostly at night. And sometimes they go slow, and nobody knows where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
They're flying within the regulations and stuff like that, but it's not coming from the New Jersey governor doesn't know. So that's one article off to the side. I'm keeping track of that. But as far as somebody are speculating, maybe it's a Chinese. I don't think it's a Chinese, but yesterday they arrested somebody leaving California that's going back to China. Chinese. I think it's a Chinese citizen that was here in the United States.
Yeah.
He had a drone that was flying over Vandenberg Space. It's called Vandenberg Space Base. It used to be an Air Force base. Now it's part of Space Command.
Okay.
But he had a drone a mile up, and they have warning signs. And I guess he bypassed, but they were still able to track this. And
Yeah.
we have certain things that are going on in here that a lot of people don't realize that is associated with the Chinese. And we're doing, not to say we're the United States is the golden, the honest kid on the.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
That maybe you're not thinking. What if it's not worldly? What if it's not from here?
No, I've seen enough of the video because
it's not.
I'm aware of drones. I use this as an
okay.
example.
It's not silent, and it's not.
No, it's
okay.
loud. No, they're loud.
We have.
It's not a UFO. It's a definite drone because I haven't flown this for 2 years. Okay, this is a Hubsan. This can see up. So I'm aware of drones and So I've been looking at these articles, the video. And I'm seeing the characteristics and said, "Yep,
it's a drone,
okay, and stuff like that." But I'm just amazed at the size of a car, and nobody knows where they're coming from.
They had one the other day that was silent.
Yeah,
that was fading in and fading out. It was there, it wasn't there, and
that
they don't.
Be on the other side of what you were alluding to. That could be,
and they're like, and all these people are going. We don't have anything that does that. We don't have anything that's silent. And I guess they can tell by looking at the film. There's no vapor trail. That's
the other thing, yeah. There's certain characteristics that you can see from the video, and that's what I looked at. But the one article, the Chinese, they're overflying. This guy's leaving the country to go back to China, so he's getting information that take back to the Chinese. So see, that's why it's very sensitive as far as with Chinese. We want to be friends with them. We have good trade relations, just like we're starting to have outstanding trade relations with you.
Thank God we're not on TikTok right now.
Oh, we'd be bad.
It'd be.
Well, that's what. Well, the one broadcast you did, I was listening, and there's certain words you can't say.
Yeah. You can't use kill. You can't use suicide. You can't talk about suicide.
You can't say COVID. I watched a replay.
Yeah, we did this great, wonderful, heartwarming thing with Danica about reach out and help people who are suffering, because the suicide rates at this time of the year are, and it's statistically the highest. They always are.
Right, yeah, I agree.
We mentioned that, and that is not within the guidelines. You cannot say that. Wow. So if I take that out, it'll scan it and not see those words, and I'll be okay.
Do they give you an opportunity to scrub your broadcast?
No. You have to do it yourself.
No, but I'm just saying before. Well, it's already.
Well, when it's live, it doesn't matter. But if you try to post something.
Oh, posting. Okay. Upload.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Or if you and I were being condescending about God, they'll take that down too.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's worse than Twitch and YouTube right now. That's why I'm on Rumble. Rumble, you could say just about it. I'm always trying to be respectful, but I haven't really. I've heard. Let's just say I've heard worse on Twitch and Kick. I'm totally away from Kick now because they did something where I think they were throttling me when I was using them on the multicast because it's just. I'm not
What does
sure.
that mean? What does that mean? That term, throttling. What does that mean?
Well, the broadcast, I've got multiple mini clips, 15 seconds for 2 hours, that were posted on my thing, and it wasn't connecting for some reason. So something's going on there. So that's happened to me twice. So I'm no longer broadcasting on Kick, and then on
Kick is growing, by the way. Kick but it's one of the bigger platforms with the younger people. Not us, not our demographic.
Well, TikTok is bigger, and Twitch is bigger than that, and I would say Rumble's bigger than Kick right now too.
The biggest format in the world right now is YouTube, which is what we're.
Oh yeah, no, hands down, yes,
number one, not over everything, over Netflix, Sony,
Yeah.
Disney, all of them.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you and I are in a demographic now that is becoming popular.
And
so
that
over 60. So you do.
Okay, yeah.
So if you have a title where you say two older, over 60 gentlemen talk about football, you will get more placement.
Now you say that. I think. Let me check. I think on my when I go to do my post production on the YouTube broadcast.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up here real quick because I got my tags that I throw on the YouTube. I don't throw these particular add-ons to the let's see, Daily Show. I put in there retired senior citizen, retired firefighter, just on YouTube. I add those on.
That'll help.
Tags. I don't want to put that in the title, but does that help? The
algorithm. You need to put the hashtag over 50 or whatever it is. Figure out what the most popular one is. I'm not schooled on that.
No, I've seen it on yours. You have that in there in your
sometimes,
sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But
most of my audience on YouTube, believe it or not, is Suno and Udio, which they're watching the. And if I do a broadcast with you, the numbers bump up. You're one of the few people that when I have you on, it bumps up.
Serious?
Yeah,
I'm a nobody.
No, but it bumps up with you. Like if I have Tony on, not so much. If
really?
I have that, no. If I have Simone on, who is a world-class healer, not so much. If I have Danica on, yes, Danica, it'll bump up. You and Danica are my big bumps. So
really,
so I think they like our interaction.
That is
two old farts.
Then why can't we have that? Because Tony has good numbers, but they should be better than. As far as that goes, I don't know if it is. Do we rob him of the numbers because we multicast off of him?
Well, the other thing I did, which was really stupid, is I was getting a lot of heat because when you're monetized, they don't want you having videos within your grouping that aren't yours. So I used to have this Cars video that I had, and I took it down, and it had like 4 million views. Well, I'm telling you, it screwed my algorithm.
Which one was that again? The Cars?
The Cars.
I listened to that a couple. Couple videos are right because I love the Cars.
Right. So I took it out.
Down? Oh man.
I took it out thinking it would help me. In the sense, no, it killed me. So I'm now rebuilding.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Because I did that, and that's the difference. One video, like I was getting about 50,000 views a month on that. And that meant 50,000 people were maybe going to the next thing, like be it Bell Kings or whatever. Right. So my numbers went to a third overnight because I wasn't getting that spontaneous jump. But I guess they like old white people talking.
That could be.
Reach more than. And the other thing I've noticed too, and I don't know if you've noticed it, my most loyal followers now are women.
Oh, really? Oh Lord!
My most loyal are women, and it used to be on Haps men. I used to call it the sausage fest. Do you remember?
Oh yeah. You use that term quite a bit there. Yeah.
And it's not anymore. Are we going to do the games? Or are we going to talk?
Yeah, I got the list right here, Michael. I just want to let me get back to the list here, and I appreciate you having me up here to get these and stuff. That's really...
No, I need the numbers.
Yeah,
you're my bump. I can't stand you.
Well,
But I need the bump.
no, this is fun. We have a good time and stuff like that. As far as
Yeah.
it's just that we're not going for a walk. It's raining down here, and I don't like walking in the rain.
See, he
with-
doesn't like me either,
No.
but he needs the bump too. So this
Yeah,
is what we do. This is what we do for you people. You, and you.
your viewers. Let's see. First game is going to be L.A. and San Francisco.
I'm going with San Fran,
Okay.
but that is probably not a good decision. I think that's a coin toss. Like you know how well, like right now the 49ers are looking pretty good.
Right.
And Brock Purdy had the game of his life the other day. Did you see how well he did?
Yes. That's too little, too little, too late, I guess, and stuff like that. So I'm making my picks at the same time as you, Michael. I'm going to go with L.A. I'm going with LA on that game.
I think that's a wise. They have momentum.
But you're going to go with San Francisco?
I have a feeling.
Okay.
I'm going to go with San Fran. The other thing is too, they really got beat up by Buffalo, so you got to remember sometimes you expel so much energy, and
Right.
it's hard on the body.
But it also can be a motivator too.
Yeah, it can be, and we're in the playoffs, and a lot of guys are fighting
Exactly.
for their jobs right now.
And Los Angeles, the Rams needed that because I think they're still in the hunt from what they're saying.
Well, both of them have a chance of getting a wild card spot.
Oh, San Francisco, you think still has?
Yeah, if
Okay,
they win every
okay.
game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's yeah. Okay, I see what you're.
Yeah, it all comes down to combinations.
Yeah.
And you see it right to the very last game, and people are like, "Please lose, please lose."
Yeah.
Because
Next game, Kansas City, Cleveland. I'm taking Kansas City. Cleveland's not really.
Yeah. Now, if you're betting man, and you're doing the spread, I think the spread is like 14 or something. You may want to go.
I haven't gotten that far to look.
No, I wouldn't. But I think it's really high.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going with Cleveland because they think it'll be closer.
And you say.
So the Chiefs. Come on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're not delusional.
No.
Okay.
Only when it comes to Buffalo.
This is in Tennessee. It's Cincinnati and Tennessee, and
That's a good game. I'm going to go with Cincinnati only because they have momentum.
I think I think Cincinnati. They're a good team. I think they can be able to squeak one out because Joe Burrows. I think he's playing good ball, but they're just not getting over that hump.
He may be the second best quarterback in the league right now.
I would agree.
Next to Josh.
Next game, Washington, New Orleans. I'm going to take Washington.
Yeah, see, for me, if Carr was in, I might take Carr, but I don't think he is.
Is he injured?
I think he's injured.
Oh, is he? Okay. Okay.
So so can I wait on that one? I'm going to pick like you, Washington.
You can because you got the Thursday night, so you can wait until you could change this Sunday when we on Tony's.
I just want to know if Carr's in. If Carr's in,
okay.
then
I got question marks on that one for you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Next one, Dallas at Carolina. You know the way Carolina's been going? Or wait a minute. What do we got? New York. We have Baltimore against the Giants. Well, that's a no-brainer right there. I'm going with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Same?
Baltimore, of course.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Next one is going to be Dallas at Carolina. The way Carolina's been playing, I'm going to go with Carolina.
I'm going to go with Dallas.
You're going to go Dallas? Okay.
But you're right. Bryce Young has been playing really well. Like, he's had a couple of great highlights.
Yes.
Like, the other day, he was insanely elusive in their own end zone. I couldn't believe how well he did, and he threw a dime right in the right spot. So he's starting to get his momentum in the second year. Good for him. It's hard.
Yeah, exactly. Next one, Jets going into Jacksonville. God, am I going to pick the Jets?
I'm going to pick the Jets. You know what? Aaron looked great last week. He did. He had 300 yards. He hasn't had that.
Yeah.
God.
I'm going to take Jacksonville. You're going to take Jets. I'm going to take Jacksonville. And I think this last
hatred Hatred is a great motivator.
Not hatred, just I don't have any faith in the because I think this last weekend you and Tony beat me out by or no, what was I have the final.
The Jets almost won.
Yes, they did.
They just didn't know how to close. It reminded me. It reminded me so much of the Bengals. Like the Jets are not that far off from being good. We're talking like one or two players. Even
Right.
even with Aaron in there, they're just. But that's the thing. Everything is so competitive now.
Right.
It's like you just said. Like, oh my God, Carolina looks pretty good.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty good ball and stuff with the quarterback they have. Okay, next one. This is going to be a good game. Miami going into Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I like Miami, so I'm going to pick Miami. That's
Houston's had a lot of problems this year.
and you've been saying that. You've been saying that on.
They've had a lot of problems, but I'm going to take Houston. I
You're
still
gonna
have
take
faith
Houston?
in them, and it's in Houston, right?
Yes, it's in Houston, so I'm
So
not.
I will definitely take them, and only because home field advantage is an advantage. It really
Gotcha.
is.
Yeah. Okay. Next game, we've got Indianapolis at Denver. Ooh, that's going to be a good game. That's in Denver, so I'm taking
Oh,
Denver. I like Denver.
there's a guy in Bo Nix that I've been talking about all year. I love him.
Yeah.
He could be, if things play out right, he could be the rookie of the year.
Yeah. Yes. I think you've been talking about the rookie of the year there on Bell Kings, and his name hasn't been brought up as far as on the listings that you've been given and stuff like that. And I just think he's one of those. It's under the radar and stuff. So,
If they get to the Super Bowl,
oh God, yeah,
like just a game,
yeah.
and you know what? I think it's going to be a strange team that gets in. I don't think it's going to be what we're thinking.
It could be. You never know. You never.
And I would love to see Josh beat in the playoffs. Honestly, the Chiefs. I would that would make me
Well,
so happy.
with this loss this past weekend, it looks like the Super Bowl on the AFC side is going to go through Kansas City now, not Buffalo,
Ah,
as far as that goes. Next
so
game. So who you picking, Denver or Indianapolis?
oh, Denver, of course,
Okay.
of
And you're
course.
saying
But I love Anthony Richardson.
yes.
But I don't think they have enough.
Right. Okay, the next game is the game of the week. I think is Buffalo at Detroit. Now I'm picking Buffalo, of course. That's a given for me. And you say because you picked against Buffalo before, I think.
Who are they playing?
Detroit. That's the
Ooh,
big
that's
game.
hard.
Yeah, that's gonna. You want to wait on that one too?
No, it's okay. I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I got to show some
Okay.
loyalty.
Okay.
Let's I talk. Yeah. So Detroit might mop the floor with them though.
We'll
They
see.
might. They
Uh,
might. Here's the great thing with Detroit right now. Sorry, Detroit fans. Their defense is pretty messed up, only because of injuries.
Injuries. Yeah, you were saying. I was just going to get to that. You've said that the last couple of weeks and stuff there,
Yeah.
and I think they were surprised to win a couple games there, just like with Kansas City. So it should. I think that should be a good game. It might be a prequel to a possible Super Bowl because that's my Super Bowl matchup right there. Those two teams.
Yeah.
Next game is going to be Pitts. Oh, this is a tough one here.
Right.
The Battle of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Oh my God. Woo.
That's a coin flip. I'm gonna go. You're saying Philly?
I'm going to go with Philly. Yeah, I want to go with Pittsburgh, but I think
Yeah.
the way Barkley's going on that team, I got to go with Philly.
You know what though? The Steelers, shit, man, they
I
got
know.
it together. Like
I know.
I was making fun of Russell Wilson, thinking he was like he didn't look very good when he was in Denver. I just think he's in the right place.
But see, this is in Philly, so it's
Oh, Phillies, if you go player by player,
yeah,
the roster, they are an all-star team.
yes.
They just and people aren't going to like this. They're not coached well. They just aren't. If Andy
Oh,
Reid,
yeah, that's been brought up before by the talking heads there.
right. If Andy Reid was there, he'd have a better chance with that squad. Now, I'm not saying that Patrick Mahomes can't win. That's the thing. There's never been a better clutch player
Mm-hmm.
I think, ever that I've seen. Him and Tom Brady
Right.
are Captain Clutch.
Gotcha.
Um, like that running back. Come on,
Yeah.
like, like it was bad before how good they were,
Yeah.
and now they've got, I think, maybe the best player in the when it comes to running backs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Saquon is a
Monsters.
beast.
He is. He is, and that's one of the reasons I'm a fan of his, and I like now
He's
when Andy
still
Reid,
fast.
yeah, yes, he is. But see, when Andy Reid was with Philly, I did not like Philly, Michael.
No,
I could not stand because I could not stand Andy because I thought he was I didn't know anything about
no.
him.
I think he has had some therapy or coaching or
Okay,
some anger management.
yeah, exactly. Okay,
He presents as he was not a nice guy in Philly.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Right? Like he was kind of the
exactly.
nasty. He was the nasty curmudgeon.
Yeah,
And then when he got to, I think him being forcibly exited,
uh-huh.
I think woke him up, and he was like, you know what? Maybe this isn't working. Maybe I need to try something else.
Right.
And look at our dear friend, who is the most winning coach of all time, and basically got exited because he was so nasty. Bill Belichick.
Oh, Belichick, yeah, 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 yeah. He
People
just,
still don't want to go near him because he's so nasty.
I see him now. I see him smile more now that he's
Oh
not
yeah, because he
sideline.
doesn't. There's no pressure.
He's making the money. He's making
He
some big
he
money.
has more money
I know.
than you and I could. He's got enough money for 7 lifetimes.
So Pittsburgh and Philly, who you picking? Philly?
Oh, Philly,
Okay.
Philly.
Okay. Philly.
And I'm so glad you're doing a 45-minute show and you invited me tonight. Thank you.
Well, you can come on. Well, I just go with the picks, because I got a set format. I'm not
I know.
locked into that format. So
That
if you
format, if I come
you're
up,
more
could
than
be.
welcome
I
anytime,
think
Michael.
you'd lose your format if you.
No,
I
you're
think
more
that
than
lock would
welcome
be.
because you have and both me and Tony see
Yeah.
this as far as this is what made I'm just a knucklehead. You and Tony know the players, the intricacies, and
You're getting better.
I try. I'm
You're
more.
getting. You're way better than last
I
year,
have
and
to.
I'm.
A spreadsheet has to be in front of me and stuff.
No, I disagree. I disagree. Last year and this year, we both have got a lot better.
Well, it's just we have a good mix on there, and
Sure.
I always say I thoroughly enjoy that. And people that are watching here, check out Tony D's Belt Kings Fantasy Football. Michael and myself, we're on
Tony
there.
is one of the best speakers
He's a
I've
good
ever
guy.
met. When he is on, he went into this room. I don't know if I ever told you this. We have this confident speaking thing on.
Oh,
my-
Tim Brown. Tim Brown's.
Yeah, right.
Tim
Okay.
Brown mic drop. I think I remember you saying something about.
he,
Yeah.
he fucking blew the room away.
Yeah.
Blew him away, and then went, "Thank you,
Yeah.
goodbye. We wish you well.
I
You
wish I
suck.
knew.
I rock. Goodbye."
Yeah, and then he drops the mic.
No, he pretty much said, "I have to go now. I've
Yeah.
blown you away. Goodbye."
Let's see. Next game, New England and Arizona. Arizona lost this weekend, but
Oh, I like Arizona.
yeah, I'm going to take Arizona too.
Yeah.
They're my season favorite. I like them. So we got Arizona.
Run that by me. Why?
I just like their. I've watched. I don't normally see Arizona play. I've watched
Yeah.
them a couple times in the beginning of the season, and they've overcome adversity as far as they're supposed to lose, but they end up winning and surprising everybody. And I
They
like
have so many young,
yes,
gifted players. That's
and
why.
that quarterback, he's so freaking quick.
Kyle
He's
Murray. Oh, he looks like a little Smurf out there. He's so
He's,
tiny.
he's not the normal quarterback build either. He's like looking over the front line.
He's at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
That was their worry about Bryce Young.
But
Remember?
you say that's a maybe that is his advantage in this case. Is the style of play he's doing,
Unless he throws it between their legs. I can't see it being an advantage. Sorry.
Next
Yeah.
game, Tampa Bay. This is your boy Baker. Tampa Bay going into LA to play the Chargers.
Ooh, you know what? I think the Chargers will probably win that, but I'm going to go with Baker. I'm going to be loyal.
I'm going with LA because I like LA.
Yeah, but the Chargers almost beat. Like so close. They again they couldn't close. And they have no firepower. I'm sorry.
Next
They
year
have.
they're going to if they get those few pieces that you
Oh,
say,
they will be deadly.
they'll be deadly. Yes, exactly.
Deadly.
Because I didn't think they were going to be this good. I don't think
No,
anybody thought. Yeah.
I said they sucked. That was my exact words. It was a big suck fest. I was so wrong.
Because usually when you have a major, this is a first year, the coach, he's very knowledgeable in football, but he's been a coach in NFL.
Oh,
But it's a change, and just to be this successful,
he's mind-blowingly good at motivating players
exactly.
in the professional league. I don't think anybody's better at coming in and getting results quickly
I agree.
like him.
I agree. Next game, excuse me,
Sure.
Green Bay at Seattle. Ooh,
That's tough.
yeah, I'm taking Seattle. That's in Seattle, so I always say Seattle's tough at home.
I'm gonna go Green Bay.
Okay.
'Cause- Yeah.
And
And I lost this week because I went against them. But Green Bay is
no, you're
just
up there. I'll pull up the things here. I got the overall stats. I think
yeah. I didn't do great though.
You're right middle line. You're not top. You'll be surprised who's at the top here.
I think a lot of us blew it because how many millions of dollars were lost because everybody thought Buffalo was going to wipe the floor with the Rams.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Next game we have Chicago at Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota. They're on.
Yeah. Sam Darnold,
Yes.
another guy I made fun of at the beginning of the year. He's done great.
Good for him.
I thought he was done. So again, I know nothing.
Well, I'm hoping that
He looks good.
Well,
He does.
they got a good backup there, Jones. I'd like to see him. Maybe he might be able to play or whatever. But
What are they going to be like when they have JJ McCarthy though?
oh wow,
That's a solid. They should keep both,
yeah.
but they won't. Somebody will pick up Sam.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Last game, Atlanta at Las Vegas. I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay. And just to give you an idea what Tony, he picked the Rams, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Washington, Baltimore, Dallas, Jets, Miami, Denver, Detroit with a woo, Pittsburgh with a shush, Arizona, Chargers, Green Bay with an oh my God, Minnesota and Atlanta. So he's not too far off of
He's just got a couple different picks. He
Yeah,
didn't pick.
there are
He didn't pick. He didn't pick Philly.
no, I'm surprised at that.
No, he's right.
Did you say you're taking Atlanta?
Yeah, the Cardinals, right?
Yeah. No, it's Atlanta Falcons and
Oh, Falcons against Falcons. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Kirk Cousins is not doing well, but he's okay. God, that was the worst trade ever. They overpaid there. Oh
Right.
my God, I feel bad for them. But maybe he's hurt and he'll be great
Yeah.
next year. Maybe he needs to heal up. They say Aaron's hurt and he's too stubborn to not play. Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers. They say
yeah,
he's banged
yeah.
up. He's got leg problems
Right.
like come on. You know how we heal.
Right.
If we had an Achilles problem, we would not be out on a field.
Oh, I wake up every morning. It's like every other day I'm popping a couple aspirin because of the back pain and stuff like that. So
What's that from being a fireman?
no, it's just age. Age is fun because I'm tall. I'm 6'5", so
Yeah.
it's the age and the so I lean a lot, and as far as that goes, so it's more age and if anything, and
There's not many males that are 6'5". That's
yeah.
that-
Let's see. I don't want that one. I want this other one. I've got the. Let me bring up the thing here. I got
Okay.
because I did the calculations yesterday as far as for the charts.
sure.
So just to preempt it, because I usually don't say this until the Wednesday show, but Ted Hicks for this week, for week 14, he had 10 wins, 3 losses.
Okay.
And then Tina, me, you, and Tony all had 9 and 4.
Okay.
And then CBS had 8 and 5, and Brian came in 7 and 6. Now overall,
Brian does wild ones though.
yeah, he does.
He does
He got it wrong.
long shots, I think.
Yeah. So the overall, as
Yeah.
for 208 games, Tony has 136 wins and 72 losses. You have 133 and 75 losses, and I'm right behind you with 130 and 78 losses.
Okay, so it's still,
It's still close by three games
yeah.
as far as that goes. And CBS comes in with 128. Ted moved up. Ted was the big mover because he switched. He went from sixth place. He popped up into fifth place.
Good for him.
So he was the
He's a
overall.
smart man.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
knows a lot
Oh,
about
yeah,
football.
yeah. We need to get him more up on Belt Kings, but he's a busy man too. So
Yeah, he's a family man.
yeah, I like him. He's a good guy. Good egg.
Yeah, he's a good egg. You wouldn't just invite him to get a bump. You know,
No,
you'd actually invite him because you like him. I get it.
no, and I wish he would do his program a little bit more. But he's been busy. The late night parent, because yeah, that's a good. I always like watching that on the replays. You know, he's been very busy and stuff like that. So
Can you do me a favor and just tell me what's going on with you and give yourself a little plug before we go?
Oh.
I'm gonna slice and dice this.
Yeah, I have
this
no
will
prob-
be so you will be on TikTok, by the way.
no problem. You have that's fine. I'm a friend of Michael, so I have no qualms with that.
I pay him well to say that, folks. I pay
yeah.
him very well.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
I appreciate you having me up here this morning, Michael. I really love supporting you as far as we've known each other. You know, I really respect the people I've known over the course of the years on this live stream, and you are definitely one of them, along with Tony and Ted, as we mentioned. And but I'm just a simple guy, an average knucklehead broadcasting here because I'm retired. I'm over there on X at Fireman Rich. And I really enjoy being up on broadcast here with Michael and also Tony D. And I greatly appreciate that, the friendship as far as.
Okay, you need to promote your show tonight. So
Okay. The broadcast tonight is Let's Talk Football. We just talk about the previous weekend on the scores. We go over the stats. I'm more of a stats guy and stuff like that. If Michael's up there, he'll just what do we used to call it? School bus me. Or was a school bus or bulldozer or whatever. No, you're more than welcome, Michael, because you have great insight on the football.
Hijack your broadcast.
No, there was another term.
Bulldozing.
Bulldozing. Okay.
Tony and I were kings of bulldozing.
No, you're more than welcome.
And Randy was a king of bulldozing too.
Yeah. Randy, I'm not sure. I've cleared the air with pretty much I game with him every now and then, stuff like that. So I don't really.
He is really trying to lose a lot of weight.
Yes,
he's
I know.
been riding his bike.
Yeah,
he's on this real fitness kick. I think he had a wake up call.
Yeah,
and I think
that's usually what it takes. Sometimes
I think he wants to be on the planet.
Yeah,
and you get our age, and if you have bad habits,
you got to change those habits and stuff.
Even if you have good habits, it's hard.
Yes, true.
Right. So where can we find you, sir?
At Fireman Rich on X. That's my mainstay. And like I said, Michael, you're more than welcome to come on tonight, and we can continue the discussion about football.
Sorry, I just had a spur in my brain. Say that again.
At Fireman Rich on X is where I'm primarily at.
You didn't like X before.
No, I got to give you credit, Michael, because you're the one that pointed exactly.
This is not the real Rich.
No,
this is a clone.
When X, no, because you know how your broadcast is when you were using X Pro, which used to be the old TweetDeck.
I love TweetDeck.
TweetDeck was great, and X Pro is the same thing.
I think it's better.
But you know what?
Now.
What changed me to go ahead? I'm thinking, well, you know what? I want to broadcast on X Live. Other than I want to do it on the, be able to bring it in through Rumble.
The sound is so good.
Yeah, and they've come a long way. But the main thing for X, they were smart enough. They reduced it by $40, so it was $50 for the year.
Oh, it can't beat that.
It can't beat.
And you get Grok.
And what's that?
You get Grok. You get.
I've used it a couple. I like it primarily because of
stats. You can do it for stats. You love stats.
No, I know. I'm using Gemini on Android, but
you and Gemini, you need to branch out. Try both.
I do. I go back and forth, and I also use Google and stuff. I use the three. But the primary thing about X is they have X Pro, which just at using that again, Michael. I don't care if
Yeah.
the price goes up. I'm paying the $78, $80 to get it for the
Yeah.
year because it's well worth it.
It
I
makes
couldn't
it
believe.
makes bro- it makes broadcasting easier. It's like having an assistant.
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
bingo, right there.
Yeah.
So
And you've
and
got cool stuff going on in the background the whole
Yep,
time.
yep. And it just amazes me the people that knock X and they've gone running off to Blue Skies, which isn't a bad pro. I'm on Blue Skies, but I don't post over there anymore.
Okay.
It's an okay it's an okay platform as well as Instagram threads and stuff. But you got to be where the activity is. All my activity is right here or is right on X. It's phenomenal. So those people that are
You sound like this guy named Michael Bathurst that I have a feeling. So you've turned the corner, basically.
yes, I have. I've
You've turned
opened
the
my
corner.
eyes, and X is well worth. Not that
I opened my eyes and now I
I've
can
seen the light.
see.
I've seen
I
the
see
light.
it. Now
So I appreciate
I
it.
have one question for you before we go.
Yes,
Oak
sir.
Island, are they going to find anything this year? It
Every
started
time
again.
the last couple of weeks, Michael, when I've watched Island, I fell asleep on the couch. So I have to
That-
catch up with that.
That's
But
well done. That's the
yes.
best way to watch Oak Island.
No.
If you want to go to sleep, watch Oak Island.
Yeah, we have to because we came up on an impromptu broadcast. It made it on Oak Island broadcast. That your numbers went through the roof on that.
Oh, I know. It's one of our best broadcasts ever. There's the bump.
Yeah,
There's the
no,
bump.
it's the subject matter in that case.
Oh,
We're
I
talking
don't
about
know.
subject. But thank you, Michael, and again, thank you, the viewers there. Appreciate it.
Tonight, check him out, folks.
7:00 Eastern time.
On his new favorite format, formerly known as Twitter, now excellent.
X.
There he is.
X rocks.
X rocks nonstop. Thank you so much. Thank you to Tony D and all the people who support us daily. And I'll tell you, Fireman Rich is Captain Consistency. He's on all the time. Please check him out. Support him. Support all of us. Like, share, subscribe every Sunday, 10:30 Eastern. The man with a plan, Tony D, and his little bumbling minions right here are on. Yes.
And see, this is another thing. This is a Michael thing. Michael used to do this on Haps.
Yes. And
Why
since
don't
then,
you do that anymore? Why don't you do that?
I have no class. That's fine.
Okay.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.